Well, it is 7 o'clock, so I think we'll get started. Hi, and welcome to the fall Minnesota Rovers intro show. We're really glad you're here, and we're delighted to be able to tell you about the Minnesota Rovers. Just a disclaimer that this meeting is being recorded, so by continuing in the meeting, you may be recorded. So hit that "Got It" button when you see it. And so tonight we are going to cover a couple different topics. We want to tell you about the Minnesota Rovers and who we are, ways that you can engage with us and participate in some of our different activities. And also some member benefits. So if you decide to join, then we do have some nice benefits. And then Jen has been working hard on a slideshow featuring Rovers doing what they do best, which is playing outside. And so we all look forward to that every fall and spring. And then afterwards, we will have some breakout rooms for about 8 different activities. And so if you find one that you are interested in, you'll be able to join that and talk with somebody specifically about that activity. So first of all, who are we? The Minnesota Rovers is a not-for-profit outdoor club that has been around since 1954, 70 years. We just celebrated our 70th anniversary with a weekend event about a month ago. And we just had a wonderful gathering of folks sharing memories and experiences. So it's been a great 70 years, and we're looking forward to another 70. We are a completely volunteer-led group and you'll hear about some of the different ways you can participate as a volunteer, but it is really a grassroots effort of people who love our club and want to see it succeed. One of our main activities is that we do inexpensive cost-shared trips that are coordinated year-round by the members. And so if you want to be outside and have fun outside with friends, we are your place. Our activities, our trips as we call them, range from local to regional to international, and from beginning to moderate to advanced, and from an hour hike to a weekend or a week to a couple of weeks. And so you'll be able to find something that fits your style. How do people engage or participate? Well, we, as you see, are here tonight for a Tuesday evening meeting. We meet every Tuesday. Typically, we talk about the club. We go over trips that have recently happened or will be happening. Our trips coordinator will present that. And then we often have a presentation on a topic that is of interest to our club. So it might be a destination or an outdoor related topic, such as Leave No Trace. You can also join or coordinate a trip, day, weekend, longer. You can volunteer in any number of ways to be a trip coordinator, to help with conservation, trail clearing, be a board member, or help with a specific special project. You can also join our members only e-group. And so that's a way where you can send emails to the group and gather information or ask questions. And you can also join a subgroup, gear swap subgroup, sorry. And finally, for those of you who are social media oriented, who love your social media, we are there. So we have a website, which is at the bottom, mnrovers.org. We are also on Facebook and Meetup And our presentations are posted on YouTube. So if you look for us on the internet, we are there. Our Tuesday meetings, as I mentioned, happen year-round. And typically, we have trip reports and trip announcements, as I mentioned. And then afterwards, have the presentations. We meet typically in the summer at Como Park. So we're an outdoor club, so we meet outdoors. And then when it gets a little cooler, starting in September, we move indoors. So from September to April, we're on Zoom and then hybrid on the second Tuesday of each month. And this year, we will be meeting at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. So hope to see you some Tuesday in the future. Some of our upcoming presentations that we have are a guided hiking trips in 2 national parks. A member took some hiking trips with REI, I believe, and wants to talk about them. Barry and Jen did some through hiking on England's 102-mile Cotswold Way, and we'll be looking forward to that. And then finally, Pat is on a 9-year plan to hike the Appalachian Trail, and we'll be hearing about his 3rd year where he started in Maine. And so come back and hear about those. Our activities, as I talked about, are a variety. We have a variety of activities for all levels of experience. And so here you can see what we do throughout the year. And they're all coordinated by members, and you can find them on our trips page at mnrovers.org. So right now we are still doing some of the summer type things, but in the near future, we will be moving into more of our winter sports. So some of the day trip activities, which are open to non-members. You don't need to be a member to join on a day trip activity. Would be hiking or paddling or biking. And so you can see some of the happy smiling faces of folks who've been on some of the recent activities. And so hiking happens year-round, paddling when possible, until the lakes freeze over. We have some very committed bicycle coordinators, and this summer we had trips going out, bike trips going out pretty much Mondays, Thursdays, and then also I think we forgot to put on here Wednesday nights too. And so it was a great summer to be a bicyclist. And so the lengths differed. I think they tried to change them up, and so had some shorter rides and also some longer rides. And so kind of to give folks an opportunity, no matter what your skill level is and your comfort level. Coming up, we have a ride on October 12th, which is called the Roller Coaster Bike Ride, and it will start, I believe, near River Falls in Wisconsin. And for more information about that, please, again, visit our trips page on our website. And Pam will be in a breakout room. She is what has been the Monday night coordinator, and she will be in the biking breakout room. So if you want to talk to her about the bike activities, she'd love to do that. Membership is required to join overnight activities, and there are 2 exceptions, our trail clearing and our twice yearly extravaganzas. But here you can see some of our overnight basically weekend activities. So beginner backpacking, paddle camping, and our annual Halloween trip. And so, quite a few different opportunities, and you can borrow gear from the equipment locker for free for posted Rovers trips if you are a member. So I mentioned that our extravaganza is an opportunity for you to try out Rovers for an overnight trip without being a member. This is we do these in the fall and the spring, and it's an opportunity for people to find out what Rovers is like, what an overnight trip is like, and to see how it feels to be on a Rovers trip. We'll have camping supplies that you can borrow for the weekend, and the cost varies depending on the option you choose. I believe that the maximum will be $25 for 2 nights of camping, and then possibly Saturday night dinner and Sunday breakfast. It is the first weekend in October, October 4th through 6th, and it will be at Baker Park Reserve in Maple Plain. And on this page, you can see sort of a schedule of how a typical extravaganza is laid out. So you might come on, I think you can come on Friday night and wake up on Saturday morning and take part in biking or hiking or paddling in the morning, and then come back in the evening for dinner. And oftentimes we have some entertainment or a night hike or stargazing with our resident astronomer in the evening. So, and then in the morning on Saturday, or Sunday, wake up, have breakfast, clean up, and then head out for another last bit of fun. But it's very beginner friendly, and again, it's another opportunity for members to share their passions with the club. And these are 2 pictures from last year's extravaganza. And this actually happens to be Baker Park. It is a really wonderful site with a lot of room. So hope to see you there. We have one of our prize activities, or our offerings, is the beginner backpacking program. We started this, I believe, 3 years ago, and I believe we will be offering it again next year. It's an opportunity to learn something new without a big financial commitment. They have laid out a very nice program where there's a set of 6 courses, I believe, that you go through. And then it's set up so that you gradually work your way up from a day hike to overnighters to a 2 or a 3 night trip. And so it's very well received. It's progressive, and it's meant to build your confidence. And so you can go on the overnight trip. I believe once you've gone through the choosing, fitting, and packing a backpack, and then once you've gone through the rest of the program, you're able to do the 2 to 3 night practice trip. So if you're interested in learning backpacking or getting some more knowledge, I encourage you to check that out next year when it starts up again. So this is some of the equipment that we have available to lend out. The club has invested in new equipment specifically for this program. And so if you are interested in backpacking, but don't want to necessarily, pay and buy all new gear, you can borrow the gear from the equipment locker and find out if you actually want to spend money and invest in your own equipment. So that gear comes from the equipment locker, which is located at 280 and Como Avenue. It is chock full of gear. And so what you see here on the right is just a small listing of what we have. It's You could borrow your tent, your sleeping bag, your stove, your backpack, your jet boil. You could basically outfit yourself for your backpacking trip or a camping trip and go and try out the sport before you invested. So it is for members. The equipment locker is available for free. All of the gear in the equipment locker is available for free on posted Rovers trips. We also offer some different volunteering opportunities, and one of them is to maintain trails on the Border Route Trail. You may have heard of the Border Route Trail. It was built in the 1970s by the Minnesota Rovers and has been maintained since. So we send trips, maintenance trips up in the fall and the spring to keep the trail cleared for people to use it. It's a 61-mile trail, I think, along the border of Minnesota and Canada. Another couple other ways that we volunteer are with free bikes for kids, where we fix bikes up for kids who are needing them, and also the city of Lake Slopet. We have other types of volunteering too. We partner with and support other local outdoor organizations, and we are, look for those on our website. We will post those most likely as a trip opportunity. So how much does it cost to have all this fun? $25 a year, which if you divide it out, it's 7 cents a day. So very minimal cost. If you live in the 7-county metro area, $25 a year. Otherwise, if you're outside the 7-county metro area, it's $10, or if you're a full-time student, it's also $10. Benefits include access to the trip coordinators with varied outdoor experience, the inexpensive cost-shared trips that I've mentioned earlier, the free use of the gear for official trips, an e-group where you can send emails and get information, ask questions, or find out if there's interest in a certain trip if you were thinking about organizing something. We also have a gear swap subgroup and vendor discounts, and those vendor discounts are again located on our website, mnrovers.org. And so now what I would like to do is a favorite of the intro show, the video that Jen has created using pictures from actual Rovers trips and activities. It's kind of like when the phone book comes out and you look for your name. So if you see yourself, it will be a little excitement.
One fine day in Kilkenny in September of the year, our hurling boys were coming home from Cork and we did cheer. People filled the streets at night all wearing black and gold. They looked like giant bumblebees all swarming down the road. Sing up Kilkenny, up the Cats, hooray the boys are coming back. So raise a flag up to the sky, wave that gold and black. Well, the town square was a buzzing as the train rolled into town. You couldn't move an inch cause there were people all around. Our 3-time hurling champions were the fair town's pride and joy, desired by the girls and emulated by the boys. Sang up Kilkenny, up the Cats, hooray the boys are coming back. So raise a flag up to the sky, wave that gold and black. Don't you try to find a pint at any local pub. They're running out of whiskey and they're running out of rum. crackers flowing freely and the spirits running high. If I see an empty bar stool, then I'll meet you by and by. Sing up Kilkenny, up the cats, hooray, the boys are coming back. So raise a flag up to the sky, wave that gold and black. At 8 o'clock next morning, all the streets were thinning out. The celebration's over, but nobody had a doubt. Though the town will become quiet and the crowds will disappear, we'll be waiting for that train again about this time next year. Sing up Kilkenny, up the cats, hooray, the boys are coming back. So raise a flag up to the sky, wave that gold and black. Sing up Kilkenny, up the cats, hooray, the boys are coming back. So raise a flag up to the sky, wave that gold and black.
Okay, well, thank you, Jen. Wow, what a lot of great memories and experiences. And thank you to everyone who sent in those fabulous photos. The the entire club is volunteer led, which is folks do because they love the club, they love the outdoors. And so everything we do from tonight's intro show to the extravaganza in October, to the weekly meetings, to serving on the board, are all done by members. And so I'm extremely grateful. We are all extremely grateful to everyone who has volunteered over the years. And so, and specifically Jen, thank you for this wonderful slideshow tonight. And so with that, that concludes our this presentation part of this. And so what I'd like to do is open up the breakout rooms. And so we have 8 of them. As you can see, these are the 8 topics. And so I'll be opening the rooms. And so there should be a join button that you can press to join the one that's of interest to you. And so once you're done, I think you then can exit back to the main room and move into a different one if you have multiple topics that you're interested in. So with that, I will open them and we will leave them open and until it seems like folks are done. So with that, I'm going to open them and find your passion. Thanks. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for watching this Minnesota Rovers presentation. If you want to see more, please click on the link to our channel or the subscribe button below. Thank you.